Hello, all my laughing fiends. Guess what? It's time for another random bag of toys, a big old bag of miscellaneous mayhem. And you know, I love miscellaneous mayhem because that's the way I've lived my life for the last 60 plus years, collecting everything that came across my doorway and saving it forever so I can show you. First off, if you don't know this magazine, Monster Bash is, I think, the premier monster convention in the country. I've been to it twice. Last time was in 2009 or 2008 with my sweetheart. And it's an amazing, incredible, slick magazine that talks all about us monster kids and who we were and how we lived and what we watched. If you liked Famous Monsters of Filmland, I think this is even better. So take a look at that. And a big shout out to Ron Adams for putting this all together like about a jillion years ago. If you're living in the Pennsylvania area, try and make it to his convention. That's Monster Bash. Another book that I don't think I've ever mentioned is this one called Toy Time. And it's a look back at the best toys of the decade. And it's a really interesting book, not just about monsters. Like there's a whole page about creepy crawlers. And there's Easy Bake Oven. And then there's Color Forms. And then there's like Operation. So it's all, oh, and there's King Zor. Look at King Zor. I got him. King Zor lives at my house, except he's kind of beat up. And there's just all these amazing vacuform and the stuff you played with, the stuff you forgot. That's what Super Monster City does. We want to prod your memory, poke the hornet's nest. You go, I remember that toy. We played with that on Christmas. I got it for a birthday present, and then I burned it up. And yeah, Tonka Trucks, that's from Minnesota. Major Matt Mason. Take a look at that book if you can. And then I'm going to show you a couple other cool guys. Now, when I was a boy, I thought one of the coolest characters that never got a good series was the deep sea divers. Now, here's a deep sea diver that goes in a aquarium. Now, being me, thinking he looked really spooky, like he was going to fight with the creature from the Black Lagoon, I got him, and he's never been out of the box, but he's pretty darn cool. And then here's a couple of jigglers. These are the slimy guys we've talked about before, but I found them in different places. If anybody knows their names, go ahead. This guy's missing his eyeballs. You can tell there used to be little pin eyeballs in there, kind of like this guy's. But there's my little frog guy. There's my little hippo guy. And they used to laugh. Stop it. Anyway, good. And then just because this guy was laying on top of a big heap, it's all about the big heaps. Remember when Trolls were big? I found this too. Look at this piece of jewelry. Boy, I could wear that to grade school and be a popular person. So there's that. Trolls were huge. And then, two more things. This is really new, but it was in plain sight. Anybody know who he is? Where he came from? He's part of a new adventure. I'm sure he's probably less than 5 years old. He looks pretty darn cool, like something out of Tolkien or Game of Thrones. And then I found this from Mattel, Comic Games. I have never played it, but I managed to break it getting open. And that's a Tarzan game that God knows someday I'll have to sell to somebody that loves Tarzan. And then there's nothing more in there, but here's another really cool thing. When my mom and I used to travel the country with my father and we'd go stop in these small towns, we'd always stop in the bakeries and look for toys that the baker had. Now, these is a series of cake toppers. So these would go in the birthday cake. There's Superman flying away. There's like a bunch of buildings. There's the Daily Planet, I think. And these would go into the thing. It was really cool. My mom was all for it. Now here, if you ever looked at some of my other stuff, there was a really cool switch and go thing that was an air-powered, battery-powered car thing. And it ran around. There was a Batman set. And these were part of the things, and it had a little, you could fire stuff. And these were the artwork for the switch and go Batman set. And then just one more and I'll get out of your way. Anybody know what that car is? Anybody want to sing the song? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, I love you. I do. And it's got little wings that come out right here. And once upon a time, I think it came with an inflatable thing that you put on it so it floated around. But there you go, Dick Van Dyke. And that was written by Ian Fleming, his only kids book. So Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, that was in the early 60s, mid 60s or something like it. Well, there you go. That was a pretty random bag of toys. And I hope you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it? I do enjoy it a lot. And then these guys, they'll maybe fight. You know, cute versus ugly. Oh, well, who's ugly, who's cute? That's not for me to decide. I'll let you get going. I've been rambling and ranting and raving like a maniac full of Red Bull. So you have fun, enjoy. Super Monster City, we do pop culture traveling exhibits. Don't forget, share this around. Tell people to come find us. We're waiting for you. Bye-bye.